What's going on, my dudes? Before I start this video, I'd like to talk about the goofiest but greatest commercial I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm talking about V.I.Poo. I mean, the name, it's just great itself. It's just amazing. But basically, V.I.Poo is a spray that you spray pre-poo. They make sure of saying that. So pre-poo spray so that your massive stinky shit smells like a tropical breeze or lavender, whatever you like. And it's just a genius idea. I'm not this isn't sponsored. I just thought this is hilarious, like the best commercial meme ever. And they thought of everything. If you go on their website, they have a pack that has all their products, and it's called, wait for it, the Crap Master. I mean, like what? That's just awesome. It's the Crap Master, and it has all their little pre-poo accessories, and they have the catchiest slogan ever. All right, here it is. Every VIP needs to V.I.Poo. You get it? You get it? It's so fucking good. I mean, come on. It doesn't get any better than that. And that just made my day. I've never seen a commercial that's that fucking great. All right. Enough about this commercial meme. Let's just get into the video. So today I'm going to be talking about a game that I'm currently playing and I'm kind of in love with called Star Wars: The Old Republic. It's not going to be too long a video. I just wanted to go over why you should check it out and play it now. This is like the perfect time to play it. So basically, this past I think couple weeks, I think it's been out for like a week now. It's their anniversary, so it's their 5th anniversary of the game, and there's a bunch of rewards going on and stuff. And it's also the Christmas little update, so they have a bunch of cool things that you can buy and do. And the events are really cool right now. And they just had an update not that long ago, probably about a month ago, I think is when their last DLC came out. But they came out with an update that basically changed how you gear and how the entire, dark versus light kind of thing works. So basically, they changed a lot of things, and for the better. I mean, it's a really nice system, and I think they changed a lot with the RNG and how you gear, so it's more efficient with this last patch that was like released 2 days ago. And it's really, I noticed because I've been playing it for about a year and a half now, and I never really got into it like super hardcore. But now that I'm like trying to get legendary, I have to play through all 8 story modes, blah blah blah. I'm almost done with it, but now that I'm really getting into it, I noticed that when I started, there weren't a lot of people playing. It was kind of dying off. But since they came out with the Dark versus Light event, which is, by the way, over, since they came out with that, there were a huge amount of players that came to it because Dark versus Light was a big deal, and the rewards were really good. I mean, seriously cool. And I think it was really worth all the time that people put into it. And now with this new DLC and them upping the level cap and doing a bunch of changes to the UI and how everything works, I mean, there's a lot of people playing. I think it's the most since release that I've seen people playing. I think. Maybe when Shadow of Revan was released, there might have been a lot of people. I wasn't really playing much then, but there's a lot of people that play now, and it's pretty cool. So you never are waiting in a queue that long, and that's really nice. And another reason I'd like to just explain why you should play SWTOR, which is what everyone calls it, SWTOR, instead of saying Star Wars: The Old Republic, is the combat seems to be way better. Before it was a little clunky, and the one thing I like about SWTOR is the combat feels real. Like, it feels like you're in a Star Wars movie, and that's what they'd actually be doing, which is really nice. It's not like... I compare it to WoW's combat, because WoW's combat is kind of weird because you can kind of overlap certain animations and overlap certain abilities, and it kind of makes... don't get me wrong, WoW's combat is really good, and it really sets the bar high for other MMOs, but it doesn't feel... I don't know, it doesn't feel right to me. It's just my personal preference. I like Star Wars combat a lot more, and it's a lot more enjoyable when you're in PvP because it feels like you're actually having a duel, So it's just a much more immersive feel, I guess you could say. And the other thing is the story. So besides the combat and PvP is good. What else? I like the PvE is really good. I know that they haven't really released a lot of new raids and stuff or dungeons. Well, there's some dungeons with the new DLC, but just not a whole lot. But the story is freaking great. I fucking love the story. I don't know how to like emphasize it more. From like the actual class story, the class stories are really good, except for the consular Jedi consulars. That's a shit fest. That's like my last one for legendary, and I have to finish it from the beginning, and it's freaking cancer. But anyways, the stories on like the Jedi Knight and the Sith warriors, and let me think. Oh, the Imperial agents, even the smuggler is really good, and the trooper. They're just all really good except for the consular, and they're really, you know, character driven stories where you feel for your other companions and shit, and you can develop relationships with them, and all the characters throughout the story, you really get attached to them. And then sometimes I'm not going to say who gets killed or anything, but sometimes main characters will die, or you have to make a decision: do I kill this person or do I let them live? And it really makes you feel like you're affecting your path, like whether you're going to be a dark, on the dark side or the light side. And the story throughout the main class is just fantastic. And then you get into like the DLCs, like Rise of the Hutt Cartel. That story I wasn't really into. I didn't really care about that. I basically just spacebarred my way through it, like just skipped all the conversations. But the Shadow of Revan, holy shit, that story was amazing. I thought people say that it pacifies Revan. I mean, yes, but I think they did a really good job at it, and I think that the Revan DLC the story is really good, and I love the world that they have in it. And then after that, you get into like Knights of the Fallen Empire, and then Knights of the Eternal Throne, and those are, in my opinion, the best. That shit's just great. Knights of the Eternal Throne, no spoilers or anything, is like the deepest DLC ever. Like, it's so good. You develop such emotions for the characters, and your decisions are so important. Like, they're really life or death decisions that you make all throughout the story. And that's what I really love about BioWare's, the way they develop this game. Is it's such a good game. I think they also made Mass Effect, BioWare, I think. And I think the choices you make are a lot like Mass Effect, and it's just really cool to play through the story, just the story. And then you get a single player feel from it. I'll give you that. But there's also like the MMO feel, because you can see all the other players. You can join their groups. You can have them go into your zones and stuff like that. Depending on the zone, some are only solo zones and stuff like that, but you can play with other people and stuff. And then once you get to level cap, I mean, you can do anything. You can do uprisings, you can do old content, you can do nightmare raids or operations, whatever you want to call it, operations. And you can level alts, you can do PvP, which is really good. You can just do whatever. You can join the guilds and the player homes are so cool. Like, guilds have flagships, players have their own shit, but it's just awesome. All of Star Wars: The Old Republic is awesome. I'm currently just doing my legendary stuff so I can get that character flair when you finish all 8 storylines, and that's kind of a pain in the ass, but I'm all right with it. I just kind of spacebar my way through certain stories, but it's totally fun. Everything about it's fun. I kind of like the whole GTN, which is like their market, so it's kind of like where you sell your shit and buy shit with your credits. and you can really run the market. There's some YouTubers that really run the markets, and I think it's an awesome thing for people because you don't even have to play the game. You can just run the markets and have fun. That's what I do it on some of my alts. I'll buy low and sell high, and that's just fun in its own. You don't have to, run around and craft shit, which you can, but you can just do whatever you want, and that's what I like about Star Wars. And not only that, the gear and the cosmetics and like the mounts and everything are fucking really well done. Some people will say a lot of them are shit, but when you have the good ones, they're really, really good armor sets and, weapons, tunings, crystals, mounts. They're all really, really well done by BioWare. I mean, it's just really awesome. And the DLCs, like I said, are fantastic, and they keep coming out with good shit. So now is the perfect time to play because there's so many players currently playing, trying to get to level 70, do their shit, gear up their characters, and do whatever. So I highly recommend this game. If you're interested in checking it out, I'm going to leave my referral link in the bottom. And basically what that does is it gives you 500 cartel coins, and it gives you a bunch of other free shit, like free game time and stuff. So if you want to do that, it also gives me some stuff. And what I'm planning on doing is if enough people use my referral code, I'm going to buy a hyper crate, and then I'm going to open it, and whatever shit I get, depending on like if I get doubles, I'll do a giveaway, and that'll be cool for everybody. So be sure to use that referral link, and it gives me some cartel coins, and it gives you a bunch of free shit, so all is good. And yeah, so be sure to check it out. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Comment if you want to see more of Star Wars. I'm going to have some gameplay in the background and whatnot. But comment if you want to see more Star Wars stuff, like tips and tricks or whatever. And don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.